Greetings from U.S. Central Command. I'm Dennis Barlow, immediate past president of the Civil Affairs Association. I'm here today with present president of the Civil Affairs Association, Alan King, and the 2009 recipient of the Eli Nobleman Annual Civil Affairs Association Award, General David H. Petraeus. The military career of General Petraeus provides a comprehensive demonstration of the principles which exemplify civil affairs thinking and considerations. David Petraeus was one of the first thought leaders among the military who encouraged a whole-of-government approach to bring the totality of U.S. capabilities and the interagency to bear on national security challenges. His continuing focus on securing the support of populations through a persistent, engaged, and decentralized American presence gave rise to operations which stressed cooperation and mutual respect between allied forces and host nation agencies and local officials. His insistence on increasing the Iraqi government's capacity to provide basic services and local security in consonance with infrastructure improvements and personal opportunities for the population was responsible for a new paradigm of operational art which saw success less in terms of combat superiority and more in terms of human and societal well-being. His plans regarding fighting insurgencies and creating stable environments have consistently incorporated positive and cooperative civil-military activities, which have in turn concentrated on development actions undertaken in a safe and positive environment. In short, General Petraeus has taken Shakespeare's words spoken by Henry V to heart. When lenience and cruelty play for a kingdom, the gentler gamester is the soonest winner. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our president, Alan King. Alan?
Sir, it's an absolute honor and privilege to be here with you today and let you know that our profession sees you as the leading contemporary general that saw the strategic, non-kinetic value of civil affairs. With that, sir, for outstanding contributions and service in the field of civil affairs, the Civil Affairs Association recognizes you for the Eli E. Nobleman Award 2009.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, thanks again. I will treasure that. I'll put it in a prominent place, and I can assure you that every time I look at the time, I will think of some great partners out there in the civil affairs with whom I've been privileged to serve, particularly during the 4 years that I was in Iraq, the time before that in the Balkans and Haiti and Kuwait and elsewhere, and of course now all that we're doing throughout the Central Command area of responsibility. So thanks very much. This is a tremendous honor, and I appreciate your coming down to Tampa, in fact, to award it to me. But good afternoon to all of you. Again, I feel very privileged to receive an award named for one of the Civil Affairs Association's most distinguished leaders. And needless to say, I can only accept this award in as much as I do so on behalf of the nearly 235,000 extraordinary men and women in uniform serving our nation throughout the Central Command area of responsibility. They are, as I know this group appreciates very well, performing exceptional service for our nation, carrying out the most difficult of missions in the most challenging of circumstances against the toughest of enemies. So today I accept this award for them, and I thank you very much for it, both of you. Dennis and Alan. And I now want to stand so you can see the 101st patch as we go through the rest of this. In truth, in part because when I was the commander of the 101st, I was privileged to have what I thought was the most extraordinary number of civil affairs battalions ever, and that was 2 whole battalions supporting 1 single division. And one reason we were able to accomplish what we did in northern Iraq, in Nainawa province, in the 3 Kurdish regional government provinces was because of their tremendous capability and all that they did to complement what it was we were doing in the kinetic realm. But Dennis, I want to compliment you and Alan and the board of directors on the organization that you lead. The Civil Affairs Association's history of advocating for the soldiers of the scroll and the sword has helped to preserve and indeed strengthen a unique and important capability for today's operations. So thanks to each of you for your leadership of this great association and for all that you've done for those, again, who are of the scroll and the sword. And congratulations to all of you on your 58th annual conference. That's quite a few years. It's quite an accomplishment. And I am sorry I couldn't join you in person for this terrific event, especially given my high regard for those who are members of this association. I am, however, grateful to have the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you today. But knowing the schedule, I think I'm all that stands between you and lunch or something else important, so this is one of those occasions during which it's wise to follow the first rule of public speaking, and that is that nice guys finish fast. I'll do my best to observe that, especially because I know that Dennis can hit the fast forward button on my presentation if I don't move out smartly. But being a four-star general, genetically I am conditioned to offer some brief remarks.